5 tips to help you save money at your wedding.
Hi, welcome back to Bride Society. I'm Rebecca, this is Laura, and as she said, today we are talking about money saving tips for your wedding. So we are bringing you 5. We have others, but we thought we'd bring you these 5. They're maybe not the most obvious of ones. So there are obviously the ones out there just like not putting your wedding on a Saturday maybe, and having off-peak months for your wedding. So there's obviously lots and lots of things, but these are our top 5 thoughts.
So our first tip, which is more of maybe like a general wedding planning tip, but it does come under money saving as well, is decide what matters to you both and prioritise those things. So if having a DJ, for example, is not something that's particularly important to you, don't have a DJ, save that money and make a playlist instead. If you're happy playing through a venue's like PA system, plugging into that, go for that. So you've already saved a big chunk of the budget on not having that particular supplier.
Yeah. You see, we're here to liberate you and say you don't have to have all the things. Like, you can if you want, if they're important to you, but if something isn't, as Laura said, like, you don't have to have it.
Yeah, you not fussed about favours? Don't have favours. There you go, saves you even more money.
Yeah, and you know, to be honest, the things you actually have to have are very minimal for a wedding. So if you want to know what those are, we do have another video specifically on this, which we will link in the description box below, that will tell you like the bare bones of what you actually have to go from being like not married to married. But beyond that, so if you do want all those extras and all the trimmings, a good way to kind of make cost cuttings is to do things like trying to make things that are multi-purpose. So if you are still doing favours, maybe the favour and like the name card on like their place setting is the same item. So maybe it's a coaster that has their name on it or something like that. So you're kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone there. Or indeed something that's just reusable and that you will want in your home afterwards. So if you're making like a table plan, maybe you're doing it on like a mirror with a pen that you can use some like nail polish remover to get off afterwards, and then actually use the mirror in your home afterwards. So granted, it's not like saving money per se, but it's maybe like money that you would spend at some point else down the line. So yeah.
If you are in the earlier on in the planning stages and you're going to wedding fairs, there might be competitions. Enter every competition because you might win.
I won several.
Case in point.
I did win several.
If you're happy to put your email address down on things, and this is where creating your very own wedding planning like email address, separate email address that you can just use for everything, comes in handy.
Yeah.
Give it to everybody who's offering discounts or competitions, because you never know, you might win something. And the same if you're on Instagram, if there's particular suppliers, they might also be running competitions every now and again, they might be running giveaways, things like that. So if you're happy to enter those kind of things, just enter as much as you can, because you might get free stuff.
Yeah. And our 4th tip is if you're thinking about your wedding attire, you're going, oh, I don't really want to spend that much on a wedding dress, or I've got a lot of bridesmaids, like that's going to cost me a lot. If you're not in the UK, to everybody else, in the UK it's traditional for the couple to pay for the bridal party's attire. So there are other options than going to bridal boutiques, but if you want to go to a bridal boutique, they have sample sales, that's a way to go. But the other options are things like the high street. There's quite good options out there now, in places like ASOS, for example, who actually do good quality, and I can't really tell the difference. Of course there's pre-loved and that kind of thing as well. So there are other options there to explore for both bride, groom and bridesmaids, groomsmen out there.
Our fifth and final tip is digital invitations. Now, not only could this potentially save you the cost of having your paper invitations designed and printed, but it also saves postage. Stamps are expensive, so if you have a lot of invitations to send out, the cost of stamps soon rises very quickly. So you can either still get somebody to design them for you and just have that as a digital format, which might be slightly cheaper, or you can use programs such as like Canva or websites like Zazzle to get pre-made templates, and you can just customize it to the details that fit your wedding, and then you can just email it out to everybody.
Yes. So those are our 5 favourite top money saving tips. As I say, of course there's lots more, like doing DIYs, that kind of thing, although they don't always necessarily save you money, but sometimes they do if you plan it right. So yeah, lots of things out there. If you want to drop some of your tips that you've picked up along the way so far into the comments box below to share with other couples watching, please do so. And if you like the video, please give it a like and hit subscribe so you don't miss more content like this.